Yes, it is the death knell. Someone has died.
It's from the church over there. Come, let's all go there and see what's happening. Listen, the priest is speaking.
If the people knew what is inside the coffin today, they would have rushed to Paranangalam to have a glimpse of her. In future, cardinals, bishops, priests, and people all over the world would visit this place.
Oh, did you all hear what the priest just said? Who is this famous lady?
Dear friends, are you not eager to know more about this great personality? Yes, that is exactly what we are going to tell you this morning. And the name of our presentation is the Silver Star. Yes, dear friends, the heroine of our story was born at a place called Kudamalur in Kerala in the year 1910 as the fourth child of Joseph and Mary, and they named her Anna Kutti.
Mary and Joseph named the little girl Anna Kutti, which meant Little Anna. She was born on 19th August 1910 at Kudamuru, and there was great joy and rejoicing in the family. However, their happiness did not last long. Just after her mother's death, Anna Kutti was taken to the home of her aunt, her mother's elder sister, who now became her foster mother. Little Anna Kutti spent her early childhood years rotating between her father's home at Kudamuru and that of her aunt at Muttuchira. From her aunt, Anna Kutti received both love and sternest discipline. From her grandmother, she received love and her early education in matters of religion. By the time she learned to talk, little Anna Kutti could already recite prayer. When she was 7, she received Jesus for the first time in her heart in Holy Communion. That was the happiest day of her life. She soon cultivated the habit of going to church regularly. that was exhibited in her, overdressing her in beautiful, expensive, but old-fashioned clothes. Her aunt would deck her out in jewelry and ornaments. Later, her school at Muttuchira. This made Anna Kuti a laughing stock among the other children of her school. The girls would consider her to be a dressed-up doll. They would also call her the dumb girl in addition, as she spoke very little. Her aunt secretly was glad at all this and wished that Anna Kuti would grow up to be a strong and disciplined person like herself and would marry and settle down to a happy family life. Who had appeared to her, as she learned later that Carmelite nuns do not leave their convent and go about alone. Plans for her marriage. When she came to know of it, she was shocked. Oh, what would she do? She would never marry. The only bride she wanted was Jesus. She loved him so much. She wished to serve him, to suffer as he suffered. In order to attain her goal, she began to pray and do penance, kneeling on the sand with her hands stretched wide, doing little sacrifices and even by fasting without the knowledge of her alms. wrongs which their servants had committed. At times when they were found guilty, she would plead on their behalf, incurring the wrath of her aunt in the process. It was a spirit of charity that she was cultivating, a spirit that would lead her in later years to seek suffering on behalf of others. However, the problem of her marriage loomed large. Plans began to take shape. There were proposals for her hand in marriage from several quarters. She had grown into a very beautiful young girl. That was the attraction. What was she to do? How could she save herself from this predicament? She prayed and prayed. Soon an opportunity presented itself. Far from the house, there was a deep pit which was used by the farmers to burn chaff after the harvest. Early one morning, Anna Kuti approached the pit, full of smoldering embers. And look, there she is, quickly thrusting her right leg in. Oh, see, she has lost balance and has fallen into the pit. The flames are burning, not only her legs, but her face and hair as well. In great alarm and great agony, she is trying desperately to get out. Quite frantically, she is darting about in the pit in an effort to escape. Oh God, what would she do? See, oh, what a relief. Anna Kuti has finally managed to climb out of the pit and is limping towards her house. Anna discovered what had happened. She was quite shaken and immediately called in the family doctor and the goldsmith to remove the molten anklets from her legs. Her legs were badly burned and her condition kept her confined to bed for 3 months. Meanwhile, her aunt gave up the idea of marrying her off. When she had fully recovered, in response to her fervent prayers, her aunt ultimately agreed to her becoming a nun. Thus, in 1927, Anna Kuti was admitted to the FCC convent as a boarder, from where she continued rigorously both her studies as well as the religious training. After 3 years of waiting, finally she was vested with the habit of an FCC nun on 19th May 1930, taking the name of Sister Alphonsa. From then on, her life became a continuous offering of loving sacrifice and love for Jesus. On 12th August 1936, Alphonsa took her vows and became a fully fledged nun, ready to join her convent at Harananganam and ready to face whatever Jesus had stored for her. and a temporary loss of memory. Although the fever abated after some time, physical suffering never left her. She soon developed painful swellings on her legs and body, which also became ulcerous that she was unable even to walk or move. All through her sufferings, she never was sulky or unhappy. She always had a cheerful smile and a comforting word for everyone, and she was also very charitable towards all. 25, she suffered her next round of serious illness. She went down with violent fits of vomiting, accompanied by profuse perspiring. Such attacks, lasting some hours at a time, occurred every Friday, then soon became a daily occurrence. She was left extremely weak and helpless, and her sight was affected. She was unable to attend anything, neither food nor medicine. Her condition grew so bad that those who attended her at times could not stand the sight of her suffering. Then soon it reached a stage when she appeared to be dying. However, she remained ever cheerful. Her face radiated happiness. It bore no signs of suffering. Felt well enough to go to the chapel for the Holy Mass. She went to the chapel and took her usual seat by the door. But the service had commenced when she began to feel very ill and had to return to her room. Stronger than ever. By 10 a.m., her condition had become truly bad. She tossed about in great agony. She opened her eyes, smiled with difficulty and said in a feeble voice, "Please pray for me. I cannot stand this pain." After a few moments, she asked, "What is the time?" And the sister stood silently, choking with sorrow, tears standing in Sister Alphonsa's eyes. She tried to hide them by covering her face with the bedsheet as she mumbled, "The Lord has given me this suffering. Let me suffer, let me suffer." The priest and the doctor were now summoned. The doctor took her pulse and found it to be very feeble. Then, as she had predicted, at little past noon, her life passed away. The church bells now tolled to announce the news of a brightly shining silver star that faded away into the eastern sky, to awake and shine in front of the throne of God. Yes, she is our own Saint Alphonsa, the silver star and Patroness. Come, let us all pay our respectful tribute to her.
Days we have been hearing about Saint Alphonsa, right? Through quiz, through competition, through morning novenas, assembly. But at this juncture, as we are celebrating the Patroness Day, what one message can we carry home? What are you inspired by? One thing. Too many things it will be difficult. One thing that you are inspired by. Anybody can say? One by one. If you all say, I can't hear. One by one. Yes? Stand up and say so that I can hear only. Sneha Khanna says her act of forgiveness. Yes. That was a quality very well reflected in her life. And Sneha, are you going to practice this virtue?
Yes, sister.
Yes. Then only it makes meaningful. Somebody's hand I saw there. Yes.
Never give up.
Never give up. In which contest? She never gave up for what? Never gave up something.
Becoming a nun.
Never give up her desire to becoming a nun. You can't become a nun or a priest in this way of life. But whatever is your goal, that was her childhood desire to become a nun and to become a saint. And that desire she never gave up. Right? And she achieved that. Now as a child, you may have a dream. What is your dream? What you would like to become?
To become an IAS officer.
To become an IAS officer. For that desire or that goal, never give up. For that, all the hardship you have to take to achieve that goal, you have to do it. Okay, very good. So down. Anybody else? I like to see the senior hands. Yes, come on.
To sacrifice.
Her spirit of sacrifice. Yes. Saint Alphonsa had that beautiful virtue of sacrificing. She would sacrifice everything for bringing happiness to others. That's a beautiful virtue. Yes, child here?
Kindness.
Her virtue of kindness. Yes. Are you kind?
Are you kind? To whom are you kind? To your friends, then? To? Teachers, you are kind. Your siblings, you are kind. You need to be kind even to nature, kind to animals, kind to everything in this world. Alright, you are such a small, little sweet one and practice that quality. Yes, 10 days, this is your last year. In this school you will be celebrating. Next year you will be elsewhere. So after this 12 years of schooling, anything in Saint Alphonsa's life has inspired you? Tell us. Nothing. Nothing. No, silence means consent. Yes, somebody's hand is there. Smile even in suffering. That's a great quality. We can, because, very good child, sit down. Everybody has something or another to suffer in life, isn't it? Nobody's life is without suffering. Maybe you are only just now children, you have a long way to go, and in your life you will get a lot of sufferings in various forms. But even in the face of suffering, can you put on a smiling face? That is a great virtue. Yes, Aritra?
Sister, her quality of never sharing her pain
Never sharing her pain to gain sympathy. Yeah, that is also a wonderful quality. Do you imitate or do you like to imbibe that quality? Yes. We don't need to get anybody's sympathy. In life we have struggles, in life we have pain, in life we have suffering, but then we don't look for others to sympathize with us. No sympathy. Each one's share of suffering one has to suffer. That is part of one's life and that purifies our life. We don't need to look for others to pity you. Isn't it? You are living under the banner of this great saint. Great saint. In this modern world, to become a saint is not that easy, isn't it? To become very popular is very easy. You need to pay the price, you need to excel in some area, you become very popular. But she, all through her life, wanted to remain very hidden, not to be noticed. Very simple nun, ordinary nun, like any of us. Okay, just like us. Same rules and regulation of the congregation. She lived, she had that timetable life as we sisters have. And what made her different is that ordinary things of daily life, she made it extraordinary. Why? When we do everything with a lot of love, love for whom? As for Saint Alphonsa, she did everything with love. Love for whom? For herself or for God? For God. She suffered for God. She forgave the other sister who offended her for God. She was charitable. In the novena days we heard, it was after the Second World War. There was a lot of famine, scarcity of things, electricity was not there. She would collect bits of candle. She herself was invalid, she couldn't walk, but she would light up in the corridors so that sisters coming out of the chapel, sisters coming from the stairs, going up, will have little light. Okay, small acts with a great love will make you a saint. Sometimes you may not be recognized by the Roman Church and titled as a saint, but in your life you can be a saint by the very virtuous life that you live. That's what you and I are invited to imitate by Saint Alphonsa. In our own life, as a mother, as a elder sister, as a daughter, whatever, maybe as the head of the family, whatever way of life you are, can you become a very good human being? With all human qualities only. All human virtues are, my dear children, heavenly qualities. Okay? Whatever is God's quality is human qualities. Love, compassion, all this, isn't it? If our life has to be decorated with that, with the flowers, no, flowers can decorate. Like that, our personality has to be decorated with some virtues. Then only others will remember us after our death. After our death, we need to leave footprints in the sand of time. Okay, footprints in the sand of time. In the sand of time, when we pass, our life is over, we leave our footprints. In which form? We'll remember, suppose Manisha is dead and gone. After that also people will remember, yes, Manisha was, this footprint Manisha shows, she was so kind, so compassionate, so loving, like that. We need to leave footprints.
Pleasure to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made today's celebration truly special. First of all, we thank God Almighty for giving us this beautiful day and for blessing us with the life and example of Saint Alphonsa, a soul of deep faith and humility, who taught us that suffering can be turned into prayer when offered with love. Our heartfelt thanks to Sister Principal for the constant support and encouragement in organizing today's program and for sharing such enlightening and touching words about the life of our saint. Thank you, dear sister. Your message has truly inspired us to live with humility, patience, and faith. A sincere thank to all my dear sisters, teachers, and staff members who guided us in preparing for today's program and helped us offer our best. A special thanks to all the non-teaching staff for your tireless service and support. Make this program smooth and well organized. A warm thank you to all the participants, choir group, dancers, speakers, and the volunteers who added color, prayer, and life to our celebration with such dedication. And finally, a big thank to you, each one of you in the audience, for being part of this celebration and for joining us in honoring our beloved saint. As we live today, may the virtues of Saint Alphonsa live in our hearts, her patience, her love for God, and her quiet courage. Thank you.